It's still January, and I'm continuing to talk about ways to help you stay motivated throughout the year. I'm going to stick with this because we do not want you giving up on your vision. I'm not going to call it a resolution. If you watched my last video, you know why I'm not calling it a resolution. Hopefully by now you've filled out your one-page miracle. You have it taped to your mirror. You've created your vision and you know your why. But even at that, you're starting a new habit. You're starting to do something different. So it's going to take time for that to become ingrained, time for that to just be automatic for you. So let's talk about some simple tips to help you stay motivated so that you don't become one of those statistics, that 80% that abandons their New Year's resolution by the end of February. We want you to succeed this year. By the way, there's no failing, there's only falling. I talk about that in the Brain Warriors Way and the Brain Warriors Way cookbook. We talk about no failing, only falling. You know, in martial arts, I practice karate. We fall all the time. You have to learn how to fall and get up safely. That's how we want you to think of it. If you are falling or getting off track, don't abandon it. Don't walk away. That's how you lose a fight. Get back up. Get back in there. So let's talk about some simple tips. What can you do to make sure your motivation stays high? Number one, focus on your why. We talked about that before. Know your why and make it big enough. Did you put your one-page miracle on the mirror so that you can see it every single day? 2, ask yourself, is your behavior getting you what you want? So if it's not, get back on track. If you want to be healthy and lose 10 pounds and you're eating chocolate cake every night, your behavior is not getting you what you want. So ask yourself frequently, is my behavior getting me what I want? If it's to have a great relationship, but you're being grumpy, that's not going to get you what you want. So if it's not getting you what you want, ask yourself the follow-up question, which is what can I do to make it better? And then start planning that and implementing it. The third thing is have a tribe for accountability. Make sure that you have people around you that help you stay accountable. The fourth one is don't be boring. In other words, have a variety of foods, have a variety of ways that you exercise. So for me, I make sure that, I've got amazing recipes. You can go to tanaamen.com and I've got hundreds of recipes for you. So you have to sign up for the newsletter. But once you do that, you're going to get these videos, which are my gift to you. You're also going to get access to a whole bunch of recipes that are going to give you variety. Also, when it comes to your exercise program, I don't like doing the same thing every day. So I practice karate, I lift weights, I go for hikes with my daughter, I go to the gym and do classes with her like cycling, and have a buddy that you do it with. It makes it a lot more fun. Make sure you've got variety. It'll become a habit if you keep going. Just don't quit. You need this to become a habit. So one of the other things we talked about in a previous video was having a coach, having a mentor. If you've got a great mentor, fantastic. If you don't, go to TanaAmen.com and check out one of the courses that Daniel and I led for 26 weeks, Brain Warriors Way course, where we were coaches to a group for 26 weeks. And now we can be your coach for 26 weeks if you need someone, if you need that regular intervention and questions answered, and you like to learn new things, that course will help you stay on track because it takes a while for something to become a habit. Make sure you're connecting to your purpose. If you have pain somewhere in your life, something that, was hard for you, turn that pain into purpose. Purposeful people live longer and they're happier. And finally, don't have an overall end date. If you have an overall end date, if you're like, I'm going to do the following health program for 2 weeks or 2 months, well, guess what? That's as long as you're going to be successful. This has to become a lifestyle. You don't want an overall end date for a health program. This is something you're going to do forever, but you do want to celebrate small victories and celebrate a lot. So even though you don't want an end date for your overall health program, you do want to make sure that you're celebrating at increments all along the way. If your goal is to lose 100 pounds, don't wait till you lose 100 pounds to celebrate. You want to celebrate every time you have a small victory. If you lose a couple of pounds, if you went to a wedding and you didn't eat the cake that was there, great, celebrate with a friend. Make sure you're celebrating those small victories. You're much more likely to be successful. And make sure you're breaking down those steps into tiny, tiny steps. Don't make it, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Make it, I'm going to lose 100 pounds, and then break it down into tiny steps. You're much more likely to be successful. Now, one of the things that I really like, some of the tips to help you get there, you got to have tips, right? One of them was variety. I told you about variety. One thing I do is I make sure I have leftovers. Make it easy for yourself. If you're cooking dinner, make sure you have leftovers for the next day for lunch. Do things like that. Smoothies are my go-to fast food. Protein powder, especially if you're a vegan, we have a great plant-based protein powder. That is an amazing meal. You throw some greens and berries into a smoothie in the morning, you're going to have energy, you're going to feel great, and you're going to be satisfied. So as my gift to you throughout this entire year, every week we're going to either give you a gift or a special savings on something that we have to help you be successful. For this week, it's going to be my plant-based protein powder. We're offering 25% off. Click on the link below or go to tanaamen.com. You can get more information, 25% off for this week. Thanks a lot. Hope you are sticking with your program, and good luck with your new vision.